Each layer of your map has a defined set of attributes, or fields. For example, this fire hydrant keeps track of size, whether the valve was found, its manufacturer, comment, GPS date, and several others. Or this water line has a material, an ID, date installed, size, length. Or one more example, this manhole has a comment, number, etc. This list of fields was determined either by the data that you imported or by the type of layer template that you chose when you created the layer. But you're not just stuck with this list of fields because you can customize it. To customize this list of fields, you go to the Layers button, you choose the layer that you want to customize, manholes, click on the More tab, and then if you are a layer editor, if you have editing permission on this layer, you'll see this button that says Add Remove Fields. You click there, and this displays the field editor. There are a lot of options here that I'm not going to cover, but if you want to read more about what all you can do here, click this blue Help button. But we are going to do a couple things. For example, I want a field on my manholes layer that I can use to assess the condition of each manhole. So I don't see a field for that right now, so I'm going to add a new field. I'm going to call this Condition. Now, this list of fields is going to be explained in the help file better. A text field is the most common, which allows the user to type anything into this field. In this case, though, I'm going to create a pick list field. So here I would type a list of the possible conditions that someone might choose. You can, of course, list any values you want in your pick list. Click OK. Now you can see we have a new field in the list. Now another thing I want to do is I have a lot of fields here that don't have data that's real important to me on a day-to-day basis, like the date it was GPS collected. These are probably some state plane coordinates. I don't want to throw that information away, but I want to move it to the bottom of the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my new condition field here and move it up. So now my condition's near the top. This feature ID is an internal field that actually doesn't display on the form. I want to move my manhole number up to the very top because that'll be it's kind of my unique identifier. And let's move this lid material up. What I'm doing, instead of moving these several fields down that I'm not as interested in, I'm just moving a few fields up. I'm going to add one more field. I'm going to call this Edited By. And there's a special field here called Edit By. This is a special field type that will automatically enter a value into this field that says who last made changes to this feature. I'll leave that at the bottom because it's not a field that's of interest every day. One more thing I want to illustrate right here is you can add some visual organization to your form by adding section headers. So I'm going to add a new field, and the type is going to be section, and I'm going to give this a name, Basic Info. And I want to add one more field, and I will call this is also going to be a section called Details. You'll see what I'm doing here after we go back to the form. But I'm going to take my basic info and move it up right there. And I'm going to take my details and put it right there. So you might want to read more about this on the help link here, but you kind of get the idea of how you can organize these fields. So I'm going to apply my changes and close. And now when I click on a manhole, you can see I have this header here that says this is kind of the basic information, and then these are the details. It kind of makes it easier visually to draw your attention to the things that are important. And also now on my condition, instead of just typing in a value, I can pick it on my list, and that's how you customize your field list.